All right, let's give this another shot. I'm going to do this again because for some reason the live stream earlier went down and it didn't work. That's okay. So I'll consider it like a dry run, which is good because this means that the second time around should be better. Let me just double check here. All of the connections. Technology, man. Fucking sometimes it's great, sometimes it fucks me up. Okay, so it definitely fucked me up today. Wasted. It wasn't very long that I was down, but let's just see how this one goes. I don't know if it was the internet that went down or what. Okay, so we are live. All right, well, let's give it a go. All right, so I'm going to start recording again. Well, welcome to another episode of Life Hacks with Andrew. I am Andrew Messia, and today we're talking about the 12 ways to find purpose in life. I got this list off of Tony Robbin's website, and it's a topic that resonates with me because right now in my life, I'm more aware of my purpose than ever before. Right now in my life, I'm more aware of my purpose than ever before. I firmly believe that you're meant to be on this planet for something great. God hasn't killed us yet for a reason. Today I'm going to go over Tony Robbins' 12 ways to find purpose in life. So let's get on with it. Number 1, Tony Robbins says to search inward. The questions, what is the purpose of my life and how can I be happy, are actually the same, and they have the same answer. You can never truly understand how to find your purpose by listening to others' opinions and seeking outside approval. Everything you need is within yourself. The only thing holding you back is your own limiting beliefs. With each limiting belief you identify and replace with an empowering belief, you develop greater self-awareness. And when you're in control of your emotions, you're in control of your life. So search inwards. I think that's good direction on Tony Robbins' part, in my opinion, because he says that the answer to the question, what's the purpose in life, is also the answer to the question, how can I be happy, or what makes me happy? And instead of doing things that make others happy, perhaps, pursuing a career that your parents want you to study and excel at, or doing things that society wants you to do, like go get educated, get a job, get a house, with a mortgage, etc., and following the cookie cutter lifestyle, maybe that's not the path to your happiness, right? So maybe thinking outside of the box and doing things that are not so generic, I guess, in society would make you happier and would help you find your purpose. I really like the part where he says everything you need to know is within yourself. The only thing holding you back is your own limiting beliefs. With each limiting belief you identify and replace with an empowering belief, you develop greater self-awareness. I really like that because it's something that I've been working on myself for the past 17 years. Ever since I got out of jail, I started to listen to motivational speakers like Tony Robbins, Les Brown, Jim Rohn, Zig Ziglar, etc., that have helped me identify my limiting beliefs and substitute them with empowering beliefs. And I've been able to control my emotions because I had issues with depression or, self-hate or self-loathing. And I also had issues with anger. And I had a special way of dealing with anger by taking drugs and alcohol. And also with depression or sadness and feeling, self-loathing. So identifying those beliefs or those self-limiting beliefs and replacing them with empowering beliefs has helped me change and turn around my life. It took me 17 years, but I'm here. God hasn't killed me for a reason. So I really like that. Search inward. Number 2, Tony Robbins says, put purpose before your goals. put purpose before goals. If you focus only on achieving short-term goals, you will never find your true passion or learn how to find your purpose. The goals you work towards must always be based on finding your purpose. If they're not, you'll only feel a fleeting sense of accomplishment and will soon be seeking something more. You won't be able to see that life is happening for you, instead to you. The goals you work towards must always be based on finding your purpose. If not, you'll feel a fleeting sense of accomplishment and will soon be seeking something more. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that because in my life, I did not start the digital marketing agency with the intention to make it a 7-figure digital marketing agency and have enough money to start a foundation. The foundation came about because of COVID-19 and because of the social circle that I had, and an innate sense of wanting to help and give back. And then my social circle, a few friends, we said, hey, let's form something official. And we started the nonprofit Help Colombia. But if it weren't for COVID-19, I don't know if the Help nonprofit would exist today. I've always wanted to help people. I knew that that's my passion. And obviously I'm doing this stream because I know that this is kind of like my calling in life, or my purpose in life. And I'm very aware of that now. But before, if you were to talk to me 10 years ago, the goals that I was putting forth weren't with my passion or my purpose in life. It was because I needed to pay the fucking bills and I needed to find a way to make money, and fast. And because now I've made money, it's given me the time to put forth my dreams and my purpose. So I kind of did it backwards than what Tony Robbin is saying. So I guess if I would have done it the other way around, maybe I would have been more farther along the line in my purpose, or maybe I wouldn't. I don't know. Maybe I'd still be working a 9-to-5 job, wishing that I could somehow, form a nonprofit organization. Who knows? But I'm really glad that it worked out the way I've done it, because it's my journey and that's my story. And I hope that it motivates people to see that, even if you do go to jail, even if you did live it out of your car, even if you were broke, you came to another country, you could still find purpose in life and impact many people. Number 3, Tony Robbin says, focus on what you have. Developing an abundance mindset is like opening your eyes to life. You will see beauty and goodness all around you. With this new perspective, your purpose in life becomes much clearer. You question less and less how to find your purpose because you feel like, you question less and less how to find your purpose because you feel like you have more of the answer and that you are on the path to achieving meaningful goals. Focus on what you have. Developing an abundance mindset is like opening your eyes to life. I really like that. Opening and developing an abundance mindset. I truly believe, and it was my case, obviously, as a kid growing up, society, school, even parents focus on a mindset of scarcity. We're taught that money doesn't grow on trees. It's not abundant. It's scarce. We need to work for it. We need to get educated because opportunities are limited and we have to beat out the competition in order to make money, to pay our bills, to buy a house and then retire one day. We live in this scarce world, this world of scarcity. I've switched my mind over to a mindset of abundance, even before I started making a bunch of money. Like I said, I've been reading self-improvement books and listening to motivational speakers for 17 years now, ingraining this mindset of the world is abundant and it will provide for me. I just have to go hustle and get it. And if I hustle and keep trying and keep digging, I will find the gold that I'm after, and it has happened for me. If you're interested, there's a very good book called Mindset by Dr. Dewey Dweck. That book was one of the books that helped me change my mind or understand these limiting beliefs that we're taught, and they are subconscious, put into our subconscious, and we grow up thinking that the world is scarce, that resources are scarce, money is scarce, where if you just change your mind to believing that the world is abundant, it provides for you, because trying seems a little less hard when you know that the world is abundant. For example, I'm doing this stream, and I've already told you that I'm going to be doing a live stream every single day for 2 years. A lot of people have looked at me, and friends have said, 2 years, that's a long time. Are you sure you're going to be able to do it? My mindset has changed so much from, the days that I went to jail and was broke, that back then maybe I would have said, 2 years, shit, that is a long time. How can I do this for 2 years with maybe not making any money? But I am absolutely sure that if I do this every single day, there's going to come a time where I'm going to get $2,000 out of this, $5,000 out of this, $10,000 out of this, hopefully $20,000. I would be okay with $10,000, but hundreds of thousands of dollars are out there for me to be made. And I'm going to put the limit on myself. And right now I've put the limit on myself as $10,000, because I know to gain, hundreds of thousands of dollars out of a channel, I would have to change my whole career. That doesn't mean that I won't do it, but I'm okay with giving this a go for 2 years every single day and making extra money, because I've changed my mindset. I know that it's abundant. People are going to watch this. They're going to love it. There are some that are going to hate it, but there's going to be more that are going to love it. They're going to subscribe. I'm going to make money on ads. I'm going to make money through sponsorships. I'm going to make money through in-person appearances and talks. That's my goal. This is my passion, and this is one of the things that I am assured that is my purpose in life. When you set a goal, ask yourself, when we focus on what we have, fear disappears and abundance appears. You'll stop living in fear that you're wasting your life and begin to attract positivity and joy. Finding your purpose becomes an exciting journey rather than a stressful goal. So if you haven't found your purpose, I guess what Tony Robbin is saying is be grateful for what you have and understand that the world is abundant and the universe is going to provide for what you want and what your passion and what your purpose in life is. And once you switch your mind from this scarcity or fear mindset, you become more open to receiving what the universe is giving to you, or if you want to call it God, what God is trying to give you. But if you live in fear, you live in stress, and you live in a world of scarcity, God is probably putting shit in front of you, but you can't see it yet because your mind is closed. I really believe in that. I love Tony Robbin. He's amazing. Okay, so number 4, take ownership of your life. Tony Robbin says, true fulfillment comes from designing your own life. This is how you unlock the extraordinary. To find your purpose, you must decide what's truly right and know it in your heart and soul. You must not let yourself be driven by fear or anxiety. A decision made from fear is always the wrong decision. I don't know about that, Tony. It will not help you understand what is my purpose, but instead confuse the issue. It will not help you understand what is my purpose, but instead confuse the issue even more. I guess what he's talking about, a decision made in fear about your purpose in life. Because I remember when I was in jail and those guys wanted to beat me up and my decision was to hit them over the head with a padlock and bust one open. That was a great decision back then, and no one ever fucked with me after that. And that was made out of fear. That was just pure instinct and fear. True fulfillment comes from designing your own life. I do like this, taking ownership of your life. It's basically shut the fuck up, stop complaining, and be responsible for your decisions. Life is not about the events that happen in life, but life is your reaction to those events in life. For example, if I got out of jail when I was 24 years old after 2 years, and my reaction was that now I'm a gangster, I fucking went to jail, let's say. Nobody can fuck with me, Holmes. I'm an OG. I'm 24. If that would have been my mindset, guess what? I'd probably still be in prison. Probably in and out my whole life at 41. Probably have a couple kids without a father. But I decided to take ownership of my life. And not because I wanted to, but because I learned through mentors, through motivational speakers, through books I read. I realized that life wasn't made up of the events that happen in life, but the reaction to those events. So my reaction was a positive one. 70% of people that go to prison in the United States go back to prison. I think don't quote me on that statistic. That was a statistic from years ago. Maybe less, maybe more now, but the revolving door happens. But it's the same thing with everything in life. If your reaction to your life is that the circumstances put you where you are today, then you have to change that. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You got to change your fucking mind. If you think that you are in the position you are because somehow the universe put you there, that's not the correct answer. The correct answer is that you are where you are right now because of the decisions you've made in your life and because of your mindset. And if you change that, or at least recognize that, it's going to be a lot easier to move forward and get to where you want to get to in life and hopefully find your purpose in life. He says, realize that every circumstance's life is a result of your own decisions, not anyone else's. When you take responsibility for finding purpose, instead of blaming others, fulfillment follows. So stop blaming other people or other situations or circumstances for where you are today. Take responsibility. Be a fucking adult. I mean, I understand a kid crying about they're a kid. They can't control where they are in life right now. They're taken. But as an adult, we have our own decisions to make, and we've made our own decisions. Number 5, Tony Robbin says, think about what brings you joy. Look back at your life and identify the times when you felt the most joy. Was it when you were connecting with your partner, making a successful presentation at work, creating art, or helping others? When you discover what brings you joy, you understand. When you discover what brings you joy, you usually discover where your passions lie. Your abilities are connected to the sense of joy. So examine them. Also, ask yourself, can you pick up a pencil and sketch like a lifelike portrait? Do your friends tell you that you're a great listener? When you look closely at the activities and skills that come naturally and also bring you joy, you'll likely stumble upon passions that you can turn into a profitable career. Think about what brings you joy in order to find purpose in life. Yeah, to find purpose in life, yeah. But for example, like it's taken me, I basically lived with a roommate my whole life until I was 36. Never really lived on my own until I was 36 because I never had enough money to afford to live on my own. Even when I was in Colombia, I was a roommate until I was 36 years old. And, you know, the business took off, and then I had enough money to obviously buy apartments now and live in my own apartment. But it took me 36 years of my life to get there. I wasn't thinking of doing a career based on what brings me joy. I started digital marketing and found the drug and alcohol rehab center niche based on the experiences that I had in life, and now connecting dots backwards, right? Going to jail and being forced to go to Narcotics Anonymous meetings, Alcoholics Anonymous meetings, and then after jail, continuing with that. And then in 2015, coming across a client that was a drug and alcohol rehab center, a small one in Boise, Idaho, and killing it with them and making them grow. And to this day, I still have that same client and more. If I connect the dots backwards, it all makes sense. But that wasn't the route I took. I didn't go into digital marketing and said, hey, I really want to help drug addicts and alcoholics recover. No, I was just trying to make a fucking dollar. I was trying to get out of where I was living in downtown here. I was trying to make something. I was trying to make money. I was trying to survive, not only survive, but make something of myself. So I wasn't thinking of joy. And that never really has been my life. I think I think you're pretty privileged in life if you're able to pursue something that makes you happy and make money at it. I'm 41 now, and I do feel that privilege. I make enough money now where I can do this stream, and I'm very passionate about sharing my thoughts, and not only my thoughts, but sharing my mentor's thoughts. Like, for example, today we're talking about Tony Robbins' 12 ways to find purpose in life with other people, and also relate it to my life so that hopefully one day I can motivate someone to find their purpose, to find their goal, to find their dream in life. But it took me 41 years in life to actually find that purpose. So I guess what I'm trying to say that Tony Robbins hasn't said yet is that it takes time. Finding purpose is not, you're not going to find purpose when you're 21 years old, I don't think. And if you do, you're very fortunate and very privileged. Privileged in all the positive sense of the word, not saying that you're like a spoiled brat and your parents got money. There are people that, come from nothing, but they realize at a very early age as kids that they want to be a teacher, that they want to be a doctor, that they want to be a preacher. And I kind of envy that because I didn't have that, as a kid. I had to go to jail, and 17 years later, at the age of 41, I found purpose in my life. Number 6, Tony Robbins says, develop your own life vision statement. Before you can ask yourself, what is my purpose? You first have to know what an ideal world looks like and how you would fit in it. Creating a life vision statement involves identifying what life would look like if everyone were living up to their fullest potential. This will help you develop a roadmap to guide you in the proper direction. Develop your own life vision statement. What would an ideal world look like and how I would fit into it? So the ideal world for me would be a world where no child goes hungry. And then after we feed all the kids every single day for all of eternity, then we educate them. We give them shelter. Food and shelter is primordial, and then education. With education comes joy, obviously, playing and stuff like that, but that would be my ideal world, and how I would fit into it would be because I would like to be involved with that. And I think that's like my purpose now in life is to help people. And that's why we have the nonprofit organization Help Colombia, where we help kids here in Colombia, not only kids, but families as well, and adults. So yeah, that would be the ideal world. And again, it took me up until 2019 when COVID struck. 2020 basically was when the nonprofit organization came to fruition because of the necessity of food in some of the neighborhoods out here. And now that has blossomed into this amazing nonprofit organization where we not only give people, groceries, but we're helping kids get educated. We're trying to do family intervention with psychologists for the kids that attend our classes, our English classes, giving them computer science classes, how to develop a website for people in these very poor neighborhoods. So my purpose kind of blossomed, my own sense of understanding of what my purpose is in life blossomed because of basically a crisis in the world. So develop your own life vision statement. That's a good one. Number 7, Tony Robbins says, discover your true needs. When asking themselves, what is my purpose in life? Some people don't even know where to start. If you fall into this category, it helps to examine the 6 human needs. The 6 human needs are certainty, significance, variety, love or connection, and growth or contribution. This affects every decision you make. Lack of awareness of your own needs can leave you with the false sense of purpose, one that is actually based on others' expectations. This is why you can reach the top of your career ladder, find the perfect partner, or be in the best shape of your life, but still feel unhappy. Fulfillment begins when your innermost needs are met. Fulfillment begins with your innermost needs. I agree with that. I think what he's trying to say is that you've got to love and know yourself first before you can help others. And that's kind of been the road to how I've found purpose in my life, is that I needed to take care of myself and start a business. Obviously, we have 24 other people that depend on my success, or their livelihood depends on my success. So being able to build that and discovering the fact that I need to be certain about my own paycheck. I need to be certain about the paycheck of the people that work for me as well. That gave me some sort of significance in life. It gave me a connection and growth, what Tony Robbin is saying, and variety in my life, the business, right? So discovering and fulfilling these needs that I had in life to basically live comfortably enough to have time and money and resources to go after my purpose in life, which is helping people, to do the nonprofit organization and this stream, was my journey. So I definitely agree with discovering your own needs, which means take care of yourself first. Don't fucking go think that you're going to go save the world without saving yourself first, right? I think that's what he's trying to say. Number 8, Tony Robbin says, write out your story. Writing helps us organize your thoughts. Writing helps us organize our thoughts and discover new ones we may not even know we had. It's proven to help us reach goals, improve memory, and decrease stress, which are all essential when you're learning how to find purpose. Putting your life in writing can reveal hidden meaning you may not have seen otherwise. Start with this exercise. What strengths do you have that have helped you get through tough times? How have you helped others? And how have other people helped you? Write it down and you'll begin to see patterns that will help you find your purpose. I do agree with that, because looking at my strengths, for example, one of my biggest strengths is my work ethic. And I have a very strong work ethic, and that has gotten me out of tough times in life. Whenever I was down, when I was broke, my focus was to work and work and work, and that I'm a workaholic, you could say. And I have helped people become workaholics as well, or at least focus on work and focus on abundance in business and in work. So I would say that that's my strength. Writing out your story. Putting your life in writing can reveal hidden meanings. So I guess I'm not writing right now, but I'm creating this stream and I'm creating this YouTube channel where I talk about my life and also how it relates to what other mentors and motivational speakers and people that have written about, how to self-improvement and how that has affected my life, is basically what he's saying. Instead of writing my story, I'm telling my story. And that is helping me. It is it's a self-help mechanism, I should say. Number 9, Tony Robbin says, take time for yourself. What is my purpose is a deep question that takes time and reflection to answer. When you spend all your time running from one commitment to another, you never have time to just sit quietly and reconnect with yourself. Make sure to schedule enough personal time to reduce the noise and demands of the outer world and focus on what you want. When you feel depleted, searching for the meaning of life, take a deep breath and center yourself. Take time for self-care, whether it's a spa day or reading a book in a park. It's by looking within that you'll be able to identify your values, the beliefs you hold most dear as a guiding force in life. You won't understand how to find your purpose without first taking a step back and relaxing. Yeah, when I was working hard, 10 years ago, when I was grinding and trying to find my way in life, I never took time for myself. Not until recently have I been able to take breaks and actual vacations. I never traveled until about like 2 years ago, because every day was work. And that's how kind of how what my personality is. But now that I do take time for myself, like doing this stream, this is time for myself. This is doing something that I love. Going to get my nails done, my pedicure and manicure, which I do. And it's weird, yeah, but I do it and I love it and it makes me feel good. Getting a reflexologist to come to my house. The barber comes to my house. Those times for myself make me feel better and makes me take a step back from, my everyday job, basically. I say job, but I mean, I'm doing stuff that I love. So I don't look at it as a job, but I do take time for myself, and that has helped a lot in finding my purpose in life. All right, so number 10, embrace acceptance. So he says, okay, number 10, Tony Robbin says, embrace acceptance. Part of finding your purpose is accepting your own limitations. That's a strong one. Part of finding your purpose is accepting your own limitations. Instead of getting frustrated with yourself, give yourself a break. Get to know yourself bit by bit, taking the role of observer. As you practice self-compassion while building self-awareness, you're able to find the meaning you're seeking. Self-compassion means being patient with yourself. Feeling lost in life can be very disorienting. You may feel frustrated, but be gentle with yourself. Everyone who has ever asked themselves, what is my purpose, began from a place of uncertainty. Their hesitancy was what prompted them to dig deep and find greater meaning. Embrace acceptance. Yes, I don't know how to feel about that one because I've never been uncertain. I've always been pretty focused on what I want to do with life. I didn't know how I was going to do it. I never knew that it was going to be through digital marketing for drug and alcohol rehab centers in the United States. I never knew that was the path that was going to lead me to my purpose in life. But I've always embraced the acceptance of my circumstance right now. Like, okay, I have to work and I have to do this for this client, but I know that it's just a stepping stone in my journey. And I think being that flexible with myself and that accepting of the journey has helped me get to where I am now. Although it took me a long time. I mean, I'm 41 years old. I guess I'm relatively young, but some people find it earlier in life. And I do envy that because some people are able to know exactly what they wanted to do since they were fresh out of high school or even before. But for me, it took a long time. It took me going to jail. It took me to live out of my car, joining multi-level marketing companies, being a digital marketer, a freelance digital marketer, moving to Colombia with no money, grinding, hitting rock bottom, and finally making it. But the whole time, I never struggled and I was never really frustrated. So I can't really relate to the whole frustration part because I've always been accepting of my journey. Yeah, sometimes it's difficult. I mean, living out of your car is difficult, but when you're young, you kind of are you're more resilient when you're young. I couldn't imagine living out of my car at 41 or being homeless at 41. That would be very, very tough. But when you're young, you're resilient and you almost see it as an adventure. That's how I saw it. Number 11, find your community. Finding your purpose in life is often about discovering where you fit in. When we meet our people, we feel like we're at home, relaxed and at ease, able to truly be ourselves. Your community can often help you discover how to find your purpose or to live your purpose once you've found it. To find your community, follow your passions, join volunteer groups, take a class to develop a skill you like, seek out support online, find others who enjoy the same music, books, or plays. The saying, "You are who your friends are," is true. And when you find the right community, it's a good thing. I completely agree with Tony Robbins here. I mean, it's very rare that I disagree with Tony Robbins, but I completely agree in this case because ever since I got out of jail when I was 24 years old in 2005, my goal was to never go back to the community or my social circle that got me to jail. And I stayed away from that and I developed new social skills. I could have easily gotten out of jail and said, "Oh, I'm an OG now." What's up, Holmes? What's up, Ese? I did 2 years in La Pinta. Now I'm an Ese. I'm an OG. And I could have gone back to that social circle and been in that revolving door of going back to jail and being in jail, and probably would have still been in jail. Maybe at 41, I would have had a couple kids, but maybe I'd still be in jail. Who knows? So by changing my social circle changed my life. Instead of going back to my old ways, I discovered new ways that were challenging. It was challenging, but it changed my life. And now my social circle now is amazing. I love the people that I hang with. Everybody's so positive, entrepreneurial. Even the people that are not entrepreneurial, that have jobs, have purpose in life, and they're super happy and positive. I don't have anybody negative in my life. And because if I do sense negativity or bad energy, I just stay away from that. It doesn't suit me. So find your community. Number 12, Tony Robbin says, finally, number 12, Tony Robbin says, be flexible. One of the hardest parts of learning how to find your purpose is letting go of old identities and interests that no longer serve us. Yet it's something that we must do. I'll read that again. One of the hardest parts of learning how to find your purpose is letting go of your old identities and interests that no longer serve us. Yet it's something that must be done. Your purpose in life is also likely to grow and change as you grow and change. You must be willing to be flexible and to listen to your innermost wants and needs. Finding your purpose is a lifelong journey. Being flexible lets you grow in integrity while being true to yourself. When you develop your core values and stop seeking external affirmation, you'll find that the question of what is my purpose in life is much easier to answer. So being flexible, yes, that's one of my strengths, I think, in life, is to be flexible and accepting of my circumstance, but not being complacent. So I understand that, for example, I have this goal or this dream of forming this stream and affecting people's lives and helping them be positive and maybe helping them find their own purpose in life while I'm doing my purpose in life. But I understand that there will be an evolution to this YouTube channel. There will be an evolution to the stream. I don't know where it's going to go. I will connect the dots looking backwards when I'm there. But right now I'm embracing this journey and I'm flexible to whatever happens will happen. But it will always be my journey. It'll always be, when I look back, I'll be able to say, this was my journey and this is how it changed. And I don't plan it to go the way that I want it to go, because I know that that's not how life works. So we have to be flexible when we're searching for purpose in life, when we're trying to achieve our dreams, when we're trying to achieve our goals, is to know that sometimes we're going to hit road bumps, and those road bumps are part of the journey, even if those road bumps are huge mountains where we can't see over the mountain into our dreams. But coming from someone like myself who has had large road bumps in my life and now reaching the purpose in my life, I can honestly tell you that you will get to a point where you're going to be very happy with your life if you keep going, if you keep pushing, if you don't give up. And you'll look back and connect the dots and say, wow, it's amazing how those things lined up in my life. Thank you guys for joining. This was Life Hacks with Andrew. Make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to like and subscribe. If you like the content, if you want more content like this, make sure to give it a like or make a comment. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.